The kind of girl that you could be down for. Cause when I look at you, I feel something tell me that you're the kind of guy that I should make a move on. And if I don't let you know, then I won't be for real. I could be wrong, but I feel like something could be going on. The more I see you, the more that it becomes.
Hey, welcome back to Miss Joan Uncut with me, your host, Miss Joan. We're back with another video and what's going on these YouTube streets. I want to thank everyone who have been watching, commenting, and subscribing. I really appreciate you guys. And I come through and make sure I do this for you guys. So you know how we do over here. We spectate, we do not participate in the drama. And so let's get right into it. So the last few days have been, shall we say, dry, right? Not much have really been like going on, but earlier today I noticed like technically that's not true. So for the past few days, Kimmie have been going live, and her lives have actually, I've enjoyed them. Like she got like a little bit of structure, right? So like she speak on the topic on which she's going live. Now I am referencing to the live she's had the last 2 days that had a little drama. So we're gonna talk about it. So she's really good at like keeping the chaos down. She let people kind of go at it for a minute, but she always bring it back down and try to like refocus back onto like the whole purpose of the conversation. So I think that's what really made good lives, but also a few CCs, content creators, popped up to address a few things. So we're going to go ahead and get started with. So yesterday, when Kimmie was first live, I noticed I came in the middle of it. So when I came in, Kat was up there. I think his name is JB. Then another person, and this lady named Deanna Child. So this lady Deanna has kind of been like going through the sector a little bit, and to come to find out, this is a person that AT2 had a disagreement with, right? So there's a little backstory on that. So supposedly somebody at some point in time, some time ago, went up on AT2's panel and I guess pretty much put this lady's name out there. And we come to find out that this lady Deanna is like a white lady. Now, normally some people will be like, why does it matter? It matters. And I'm going to tell you why, but we're going to get to that. So as I get in, Kat and this lady is like screaming, they're going back and forth. And I'm trying to catch up like what's going on. But then we learn that this is a woman that once went on to Denat's panel and supposedly have located Kat's father's obituary and pretty much doxed her. And then they doxed the wrong person. They thought it was her, but they pretty much was trying to expose her. So this is the lady Deanna that supposedly have done this or allegedly did this. And so I can understand like why Kat felt some type of way. So they're screaming and hollering, and the lady ended up like calling Kat a bitch, and Kat didn't like it. So I mean, they was like screaming. But then as this lady keeps talking, she keep using words like you all, right? And then I learned that she also used the word colored. Child. Yeah, she used the word colored. I knew then. I said, child, this is one of those. This is when her ass should have stayed in the chat. Because that's definitely like the biggest red flag of someone who clearly have a certain mind thought when it comes to dealing with Black folks, child. So I was just like, oh, we got one of those. And I swear, like in every sector, there's always one lady who's a white lady, unfortunately. She gets all up in Black folks' business. She becomes like a paymaster. I'm jumping before my notes, but I just wanted to touch on that. Like, I'm not really surprised. And people they'll allow people to disrespect them just for some money. I will never understand it. So as they're going back and forth, they're screaming, they're trying to get them to like really trying to get the lady Deanna to kind of understand like how she's coming off, right? Like saying things like you people and you colored definitely is a triggering, right? And I feel like it's 2024. You should not have to be explaining yourself to another adult in this type of environment and climate. And she know what she was doing. And pretty much this is a white woman or I think Italian. Either way, she's definitely in the wrong place. And this is why subbies, not all, but some subbies should really just stay their ass in the chat because that makes no damn sense. Okay. Yeah, I curse that lady smooth the fuck out. Talk about colored, you people. We know what you people mean. Talk about I'm from the East Coast. And that's we say that a lot. I'm from the East Coast, and no, we don't. You people. It's only a certain type of person of a certain type of origin that says you people. Okay. So in the middle of it, they're trying to figure out like who is this lady Deanna. So supposedly, if I follow correctly, she is somebody who discovered the beef sector child. I'm sorry, I've been over in there all day and catching up on videos. So this is somebody who I think ran into Danny Robinson when TJ and Jag was together, and then she got sucked into the whole Jag and TJ situation, and I think she became like pretty much, I call it a paymaster, where she was like cash apping the money because she went through this whole story where like she stopped giving them money because one day TJ, I guess Jag went live mad at TJ and was showing screenshots, and TJ was given the same scenario, same sob story to like 5 different other people to get like $25 worth of cash apps. It's crazy, right? So the lady was like, she kind of felt some type of way when she was watching the whole like situation with like TJ, and when her kids got doxxed and that information and all that essay stuff came out, and she felt as though like nobody was doing anything, right? Nobody was helping TJ's kids. And so we get TJ, or AKA Ty, right, hits the panel and lit right into her ass and was like, so what do you mean like you was worried about my kids? Why was you worried about my kids? So she's trying to explain like why, and she was like, well, this lady Deanna, she goes to say like, well, she wanted eyes on her kids. So TJ like, what the you know what I'm saying, what the you mean you wanted eyes on my kids? So I guess this is the same lady that threatened allegedly or threatened AT2. So she's going around the sector pretty much in black folks' business, threatening black folks, getting mad because her whole thing was she did not know this is how YouTube was. She thought it was all real. She really thought this was real life. And she realized later on, after she got gooped and her money, got used up, that a lot of people be doing plays in the sector. But it initially, like, TJ just lit into her ass, and TJ kept questioning like, who are you? And I guess TJ really knows this lady because this is someone, remember, like TJ was asking her for money. So she just goes to say like, you're really weird, like that's your problem, you're weird, you in everybody's business. And this is what happens when and subscribers decide they want to be a part. Like once you hit that panel, okay, once you get on that link, I'll get to that in a minute, right? So then we go on to the live where now this is today. So now we go on to learn that Kimmie was saying that if she had a chance to speak with Sip, and she got a chance to speak with him, that she would tell him like how Jack really is so that he can get away. She said that's like the only person she really want to speak to is Sip, because she feels like some things, I guess, that she has on Jag could really help him, I guess, make a decision to leave her ass alone. That's what I gathered from it. Okay. So I was like, I mean, it would be nice if we all knew. I don't know why only he get to know, but I guess. Okay, like I guess. So then we goes on to like, now it's see, Kimmie could have a strong panel, but on top of having a strong like channel, you know, everybody says when you go live, you have to be able to maintain the audience by yourself. But if you are going to have panel hosts up there, they do have to bring something to the show. So she has this guy on her panel named JB. And I've been watching him the last few lives on Kimmie. And I'm not too sure about him. He can be a little dry. Sometimes he just go on these rants and it's just like, bro, I'll get into him in a minute. So then JB goes to bringing up the beef sector. So I'm not going to get into all of that. But I don't understand how someone who claims they don't want to be a part of anything, they're not a part of, like, they're not a content creator, they're not a storyline pretty much. So, but you have so much of opinion about things that you really don't know about, and you really do not know about the beef sector, because if you really did, you would know what's going on right now in the beef sector, and you might want to kind of like not use that term too much, because trust and believe, they will, if word starts getting that you keep bringing them up, all right, you gonna, excuse my language, you gonna fuck around and find out. You realize I don't even talk too much about them, okay? They no joke over there. It's soft over here compared to over there. Anyway, so then JB, he just kept throughout this whole entire live, child. This whole entire live, this man kept talking about how he's not a content creator, so he's not in the mess. You make a YouTube account, you have a channel. You're just not posting anything on your channel, but you do have a channel. So all that, oh, I'm not a content creator, I'm just giving my opinion, so I don't understand what the problem is. It's like, sir, you're up there. It goes for me too. I'm making content on people, and somebody could end up not liking what I say and make a response, honey. And then for me to sit here and get, no, honey, that's what commentary is. And this whole like him on, child, get started on him. He just have this thing where he feels like he's above the mess. Everything is like, I'm not with the mess. That's not what my channel. I want to do a channel, but that's not what it's going to be about. It's going to be about other stuff. And I'm not for the drama, and I'm not for the mess. And it's just too messy. And it's like, but you're on a panel arguing with people. You're in the mess, sir. Once Jag puts your name in that title, you are now a part of the mess. I don't know why people get involved in things and don't do their research first, right? And then when they get the consequences or the reactions, it's like, oh, I'm just a subscriber. I'm just here to give my opinion. But no, sir, you're now part of the show. Somebody let him know, because like that whole I'm above the mess shit is getting really annoying really quick. You heard me? So then we go on to Kimmie. Kind of, they was like talking about Jag, and she had said something that like tickled me. So they was pretty much saying like how Jag was saying that like Kimmie's unattractive, and you know, all these things negative about Kimmie. But Kimmie goes to say that, you know, Jag can't really talk about anybody. You know, she's not going to argue with a bitch. Her words, not mine. And I'm reading my notes verbatim, that she would not argue with a bitch who wear her clothes. And I got a little kiki out of that, child, because then she goes to find a picture where pretty much she goes to find this picture, where there's an outfit. It's an Adidas outfit, and she said she gave Jag this outfit, and that she has the pink version. And I'm like, child. And then she just goes to say like naming people who gave Jag clothes. When you really look at it, it's sad. The Jag is as old as she is, and like she's constantly getting hands out because she can't take care of herself, clearly. So then she goes on to, they did break up for a brief moment, and the reason why I didn't do a video on it, Jag saying she may be pregnant. Jag might be pregnant by Sip, child. I'm not buying it. I'm not renting it. I'm not selling it. I don't own it, and I don't want it. Okay, no. We're not doing that, sir. Ma'am, sir. That's not happening. Okay, I'm like, Jag girl. Okay, that's her way of trying to scare all the women from, because supposedly there's women trying to get at Sip. Respectfully, and I say this with the utmost respect, I would not sleep with no man after Jaguar. I said it, damn it, no ma'am. If they said it was up to me to save the world, that I had to sleep with someone who slept with Jag, or the world would die off, I guess we gone. No ma'am. Ew. So then we goes on. Oh, child. So then we get another content creator who pops up. We get AT2. So I find out that initially this live was, I guess, about AT2, because AT2 did a live on his end where he stated that he felt like Kimmie didn't have longevity. So Kimmie, this is the reason initially why Kimmie had the lady Deanna the day before on her panel. So then today, AT2 gets up there and they addressed a few things, but they did it in a very civilized and peaceful manner. And I thought that was pretty cool. But Kimmie was just pretty much trying to break down to AT2, like how he was coming at her and saying how like she's using Jag for like numbers to get views, and then it's not going to last long because, you know, that's all she does. But Kimmie goes to say like, no, I disconnect from her. Like I no longer deal with her. But what does it matter to you if I do use Jag name? Because she used the vidIQ and it showed her that using Jaguar's name, right, you know, name in the title or in your hashtag will get you in the algorithm. And I kind of do agree with her. I feel like everybody makes a big deal about, oh, all you do is content on Jag, but there's literally sectors where people only do videos on like the mommy sector. Like literally every video is either Live or what's Jazzy? I cannot think of her name right now. You have people who do videos just on like love and marriage and Huntsville. You have people like sectors who do videos literally just like on one specific purpose. You have people who literally just do nothing on like Queen Ops and Danny and Shell. So like, and they get numbers, they get subscribers, they do very well. So I don't understand why everybody is so quick to be like, oh, you're only focusing on one person. Well, Jag name is a real name. And it's just like anyone who watches sports game, right? You have commentators. You watch and you give your opinion and you talk through what's going on. I mean, that's what Shaq and them do now. And Stephen A. Smith, they're commentators. They watch the game and they give their insight and their output. And they do get flack sometimes too, based on what they say. But like, there's people who have whole careers on this. So that whole like trying to make people feel bad for making content about one specific person is real lame. Let's be adults about it. Not everybody want to do celebrity drama and gossip. Y'all see Tasha K getting her ass sued left and right. Y'all go ahead and mess with them people with money if you want. But fame ain't that damn important to me to be up in somebody's courthouse. Okay. Anyway, so after they have that conversation, AT2 did make a good point himself, though. He said the reason why he said what he said about her making content on Jag is because what he took by what Kimmie saying that she was distancing herself from Jag, he just thought like she would not be making content on Jag at all. Pretty much they had their talk, they went back and forth, and you know, Kimmie did say some things where she felt like AT2 was being mean and he was being a gatekeeper, but he was stating like that's not the case, and they pretty much came to a conclusion like let's just start over. And so AT2 leaves, and then Esoteric, I believe, I believe her name is Esoteric. She ends up hitting the panel because she was in the chat pretty much going off on Donat, because Donat did a live recently. Now I didn't really see it. I saw the title but I do remember like he was claiming, I guess Goomba was stalking her. So she comes on the panel like that's not true. Goomba is not stalking me. But then in the middle of all of that, they go to ask. Now I'm bringing this up for a reason, so just follow along with me. They go to ask Esoteric, asking her about supposedly Baby D. Going forward, anytime, and I'm gonna say this one time. Going forward, anytime I mention the name Baby D, from next Friday. Mm-hmm. That is BS. Cause ain't nobody gonna feel like I get my numbers off their name because it ain't that deep, other than Jaguar Wright and whoever else I do content on. So her name will be Baby D. Okay, so now going forward. Esoteric was asked about her. I guess Baby D wanted to do an interview with her. And she was saying, like, she didn't know. She wanted to ask Kimmie about it because I guess she saw the interaction, how, like, Baby D came around and was helping Kimmie, and Kimmie was getting her channel like flourishing pretty much. But then, like, they fell out. So I don't know why they brung that up. Because Baby D have been hitting panels over in the beef sector, asking them not to bring her name up. So I feel like homegirls in some type of mood. So, and I'm gonna explain that why in a minute too. So then, as she's up there talking with Kimmie, and I'm talking about Esoteric, she's up there talking, and they kind of bump heads a little bit because they was asking her questions about Goomba, and like was she talking like to Goomba while Jag and Goomba was still married, and just all this stuff. And I guess Esoteric was kind of like, she was getting a little spicy. She was getting a little spicy. And so they go out to call her out, like, hey, like, you coming off real arrogant. You making these like sly ass remarks. And honey, then they went back and forth for a minute, and that was that. Okay, next. So then we have Donat hits the panel because Esoteric brought up Donat, right? So he hits the panel and he's up there and he's trying to explain how, I guess, they betrayed him. Honey, it's old. It's old. No tea, no shade. I guess I didn't take many notes on that situation, but what I did, take notes on is I guess what happened also was JB was up there. See what I'm saying? He talked about he above the mess, but listen to this part because his ass was in some mess. Donat has been saying that JB cashed apped him to play a song, I guess, to like dedicated to Jag, right? So, and that's Jag all went all wacky about it and made a live about him. And he swears up and down it's not him, right? JB's like, it's not me, I didn't do it. But Donat is like, I'm pretty sure it's you. So JB just like gets in his feelings, child, and he gets to like kind of like, going off a little. And then he just comes straight out and was like, Kimmie, drop him. But then I guess Donat dropped himself. That's what Kimmie said. But I'm like, damn, like, you so above the mess and you don't know nothing and you all about peace, but like you sure do know how to tell somebody to drop somebody on their own panel, yet you just a subscriber with an opinion though, right? Now I skipped over a note, but I'm gonna go back to it, and this is why. Because JB does states that he initially wanted to always have a channel. And that, something happened where it didn't happen in his family. And if you knew who his family was, you'll be surprised. Child, let me tell you something. This internet allows anybody to come up here. If your family is all that, sir, and I say this with all due respect, then why are you on YouTube? And don't give me the whole, oh, well, I'm just giving my opinion. But you're in mess. Your name is popping up. You're interjecting into people's business. You jumping on panels. I'm telling you, once you jump on a panel, you are now like in a spotlight. Not only that, like you're a target, because if you piss somebody off enough, they will try to dox you. That's just how this game goes. I'm gonna need people to start like sitting in a chat for like a year or two before jumping on panels to really understand the culture, because it's getting really annoying. Okay. So then pretty much in the middle of this whole entire, like, the knot drops, and so then all of a sudden Kimmie's like, Baby D went live on Esoteric and had her in the title. So I tried to run over to Baby D to like catch her live, but I caught the very tail end where she was pretty much saying F the girl. I don't know, be tearing her name up, child. My name is Joan, is simple. So excuse me if I'm butchering your name. But she just pretty much like F her, right? And I'm just like, oh shit. And then, she put the shit on members only, of course. And so then I'm just like, well, I missed that. So if anybody saw that, y'all can fill me in the comments below. Let me know. Like, did y'all see Baby D's live? And what did she say about the girl? I would have really liked to have seen that though. So then pretty much like the live goes on and I just kind of like tapped out. And I will say this though. It for the last 2 days, it's been very dry, but Kimmie lives were good. It was good. It was good to see CC's pop up. It was good to see Dana AT2. If you know Jag's story, if you've been around, you know who Esoteric is. That was the woman supposedly Goomba was talking to when Jag went to jail. Keep up. And it was entertaining. I personally enjoyed it. It gave me a little bit of like beef sector energy because that's what they do. They open up their panels, they sit up there, they talk about a topic, people come up there, they might fight, they might go at it, they out their grievances, and then that's it. I thought it was pretty cool for the few two days we had. But that's my commentary. I think if Kimmie finds a formula, I do think she has some longevity. That's just my personal opinion, because when Kimmie curses a person out, it is extremely entertaining. I love it. When she puts like check a person, baby, she be saying that from her guts, okay, from her groins. Okay, I'll be like, it be good. Now, the panel co-host though, I don't know. They be child, sometimes when that JB dude get to talking and getting on his high horse, I tune out. I don't be wanting to hear all that. And I'm all about positivity, honey, but you around messy people and messy shit, and you trying to seem like you above everybody, but you in mess yourself anyway. I want to thank everyone who stuck it through. I want to thank everyone who's been liking and subscribing. Let me know in the comment sections, have you seen Kimmie lives? What have you thought about them? It's okay to disagree. You might not have liked them. Me personally, I enjoyed them. But other than that, you know how we do. I hope everybody have a blessed and wonderful day. Smooches.